So when we started the recording, I was about to say, "Arey bhai." Be rigorous about everything. You have to
Mm,
exhaust yourself. I think we have made this thing so common.
yeah,
And that
true.
is so unfortunate, man. I would say it is much better. Though we don't
Mm,
have that option to sit together and record a video, but when we have an option, I would always choose to sit with that person and record because
that's what I
they
think.
would be feeling more alive and more
Mm.
realistic then.
So, hello everyone. My name is Rawson, and I have got no guest. I'm not the host today. I'm with Rupal. So, hi Rupal, how are you?
Hi Roshan, I'm doing pretty well and I hope you're doing well as
Yeah, yeah.
ever.
It's been a good day. Sunday, so I got to sleep a lot. Like Sunday
You
should be called sleep day. I got around
yeah, you
12 hours
slept
of sleep
in.
today.
Yeah, so I always wanted to sleep a lot on Sundays, but I don't know what happens because I have this time clock, right? That I wake up every day at 6:30 or 6:15. So I don't know
Hmm.
how come on every Sunday, even though I try to sleep, I wake up automatically at 7 a.m.
Yeah, I
And then
totally
I
get it.
can't go back to sleep.
But
So
I
this
force
happens with
myself.
me.
I force
Yeah.
myself. I put some music and I ask. My mother doesn't disturb me, so I I feel
Oh,
like
how
I'm a very
sweet.
light sleeper. So
Okay.
yeah. So my mother doesn't disturb me and I can sleep like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock on Sundays only. Yeah.
So I would say I'm a fan of sleeping. Huh? So anything happens, I sleep. If I'm
Mm.
tired, I sleep. If I'm
Yeah.
overthinking, I sleep. I just
Mm.
like to, escape everything while sleeping because that is the reason we are sleeping. We want to escape everything.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know many people who doesn't like to sleep, but sleeping is also my thing. But I don't know whether you can relate it or not. When we are adults, like after 18 or 19, when you start taking a nap, like 2 hours nap in the afternoon, you feel like you are wasting a lot of time and you regret it. Even though it makes you feel good, I regret it. How about you?
So do I. I just felt it, yes. And what
Mm,
happens, I'll tell you, if I decide that I'll take a nap for 2 hours, for the
mm,
first hour, I'll be lying down and thinking out all the certain uncertain things that can happen with me. And
mhm.
then I'm left with just 45 minutes to sleep. And the
Yeah.
regret is not about sleeping, but wasting
Mm.
that 1 hour, 15 minutes thinking about everything and not doing anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And
So,
I'll just say this, Roshan, because I'm just saying this. We are having this conversation and we are practicing English, or
mm.
else, because you gave me my first podcast experience. Okay, so you are my guiding force, I would say.
Yeah,
So
I
when
had a
I was
great time.
coming, same here, same here. Here. So when we started the recording, I was about to say, "Arey bhai."
Like
Then
this,
I
so this
realized,
was.
no.
Mhm. I mean, I think for me it was Santa ma'am. It was with her
Okay.
that I started my conversational videos and like it changed my channel. Like now you see, I almost every second day I'm uploading these videos. So I get it. I liked your channel
Though
and I
I'm not
approached
being
you.
able to.
You will, you
I'm
will.
still there. See,
All
so
right,
how
Rupal.
have you been? Like, how is life treating you?
Sometimes I feel so nice that I just feel so nice. But then there are days it feels like, what the hell I'm doing? That's the thing about freelancing. It's mostly because of my career thing, like sometimes I think I'm doing so good that I can't even describe. I've got a lot of clients, I'm making good videos, but then something happens. I feel like, is this what I'm supposed to do throughout my life or like for the next 10 years? Then
No
other
matter
times,
what you
hmm,
do, no matter what you do at certain point or at one point in life, you will
hmm,
start feeling like this. That
yeah.
what am I doing with my life? Even though you are doing a lot, you are giving your best. This is how
Hmm,
human nature is. We
yeah.
are always, doing this rigorous. We keep ourselves and we give ourselves such, tedious things. Like, you always have to follow a plan. You have to be rigorous about everything. You have to
Hmm,
exhaust yourself. I think we have made this thing so common,
yeah.
and that
True.
is so unfortunate, man.
I mean, the thing is that it has a lot to do with internet culture and people we are surrounded
True.
by. The thing,
Yes.
like where I'm spending my time here locked in the room. I don't meet people who are like positive thinkers. my neighbors, they ask me, what are you doing? Teaching English on the internet? So that also gives me anxiety. Is it not a good enough of job? Can't we make a living like this? So, I mean, the people we are surrounded by, it has a great impact, or the way you think.
Absolutely happens because if you keep talking to people, like just for an example, you had your first conversation with somebody. I'm just
Hmm.
assuming you might
Yeah,
not be as good as you are today. Okay. As
true.
in, you might not be as fluent as you are today. But now, when you look back and you realize that I have grown so much as an English speaker,
Yeah.
just because you surrounded yourself with like minded people
Hmm.
and they are speaking with you and they have the same goal as well, so they
Yeah.
are improving, you are improving, vice versa. So this is
Hmm.
what happens when you connect with people like like you like yourself.
Exactly. But the internet, I mean, we are connecting virtually. We don't know each other in real life. We have never met, and we are not going to meet the people we talk regularly, right? So the
Yeah,
impact of real life people is a lot. I don't know how to say it, but they have greater
no,
impact
I
than
can
meeting
understand.
people. Yeah. But I totally get your point. We have to find some reasons to keep on doing whatever we are doing in our life, with our career, with our learning. How about you? I know you also have
Also,
self-doubts.
also I would like to a lot. Also, I would like to add, you remember you had a video with a person who is also from Bihar, and you both sat in a cafe and recorded a video. He is also a
Hmm.
teacher, if I'm not wrong. I saw that video. That
Yes.
video has the highest views, I guess.
Yeah, Rahul. He's my,
Okay, so you had that conversation in person. So
hmm,
that might have been a very different experience, right? Because you are
totally.
sitting together.
Hmm,
Okay, you have a lot of things to discuss. You're not just, even if we are discussing right now, but when you sit together and discuss, things are very different. You
hmm,
are no, you are opening up yourself,
yeah.
you know, and I would say it is much better. Though we
Hmm,
don't have that option to sit together and record a video, but when we have an option, I would always choose to sit with that person and record because
that's what I
they
think.
would be feeling more alive and more
Hmm,
realistic then.
yeah. And it
Yeah.
feels that uh, uh, Zoom meeting and virtual meeting got popular because of COVID. And we started getting
Yeah.
used to it. But still, I don't think real life is replaceable. It's never gonna be.
Never, never. Because I would still, after this video, also, I would be going out with my friends. I cannot talk to them over call.
Yeah.
I need to call them because though I don't have much friends, many friends here, but still, all friends I have, I would just call them that it's Sunday, let's go out and eat something because
Yes.
6 days of the week I am jam packed.
Hmm,
Okay. Even though I have time after school, but I feel so tired and lethargic, and I would say so sluggish. I don't feel like going out after and doing anything. I'm so drained.
hmm.
You can
That's what
understand. You have been a teacher.
totally. Yeah. Yeah. Please go
Is
on.
it fine now?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was just adding this one more thing because you gave me my first ever podcast, and because of you, I started making this conversational videos. And you told me that your first conversational video was with Shanta, ma'am.
Hmm.
Am I right? And
Yes.
what a coincidence, man. Somebody on my today's video, please go
Hmm.
and watch it, please.
Yeah. 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 I'll
I'm
definitely.
requesting everyone. So I'm just saying, somebody commented on my video today, ma'am, please
Hmm.
have a conversation with Shanta ma'am as well. Because
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Manju ma'am today. And
Hmm.
see, now you're talking about her.
Yeah.
This universe is aligning all the time.
This is a
Some
small world,
alignment is
isn't
there.
it? I mean, yes.
So I would always call you my chief celebrity, always.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how to respond to this one. Yeah, I mean, talking about Santa ma'am, I always talk about her in my conversational videos. She is so good. I think I was into learning English, but I never thought that this one, we are doing right now, I could do this. But after talking to her, she gave me this confidence. You are doing fine. And I remember I was in this same room, kind of sweaty, and it was like, but yeah, I do remember it clearly. It was amazing.
Now, now when I told you, now you're talking about Shanta ma'am, I'll really connect with her because you're the
Hmm,
second person, in like 5 hours who is, talking about Shanta ma'am to me. So I
hmm,
guess my stars are, guiding me to connect with her. So I'll
hmm,
surely do it. And when I talked about you being the chief celebrity for me, Okay. And because I admire you, okay, because you have been a great, I would say friend and a co-learner to me. Like this, many people, what do you think? Like many people have their favorite, actors, sports person, and be it any kind of celebrity, okay?
Yeah.
And they follow them blindly and treat them like gods.
Hmm.
Okay. So what do you think? I mean, like I admire you, so I just gave you a compliment.
Yeah.
But these things, when I talk about people blindly following them, or like, either blindly following them or brutally defending them,
Yes.
okay, or even brutally blaming them as well.
Hmm.
Okay. So what do you think? This whole wave of, treating celebrities like God, what do you
Yeah.
think about it? How do you see? What's your perspective?
I think it is disturbing. At the same time, it has been problem since forever. Like we can't say that it has started recently. If you see the example of pop stars, musicians, you get all
Yes.
you get all the examples how people used to get crazy about them just to attend their concert or just get a sign from them. And with internet thing, it has become more popular. People have started making literally their identity based on some celebrity. Let's say I'm a Virat Kohli
Yes.
fan, but it doesn't mean I will have to call myself I'm Virat Kohli fan to every person I meet on
Yeah,
the internet. I used
true.
to be like that. Rupal, to be honest, I have been exposed to the internet at a very early age, and I don't.
Yeah, I know
I
this.
re
Yes.
I regret it always. I used to, be part of these fandoms of celebrities. I was part of that, but
Mhm.
as I kept on growing, started reading, talking to better people, I realized that this is not how we should treat people. They are humans. They have their lives. We can learn from them,
Yeah.
but we should never idealize them. That's the thing. What's your
Yeah,
thought
I
on
mean,
it?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like you said they're humans. They are humans, truly. They have their own bad days. They mess up. Okay, they
Hmm.
make mistakes. And they are doing such things like they love, they lie, and they
Yeah,
cheat, and they do all the human things a normal human being is doing. And
yeah.
they are normal as well. It's
Hmm.
just that the profession is so different, and the limelight is, I would say so huge that we often, misinterpret it.
Yes,
Okay. And I'll say what I feel is all of us are escaping something in life, be it
exactly.
loneliness, be it stress, be it anything. Okay.
Hmm.
Like you can add anything like pain or something like this, what we have. My bad mental days, my bad physical days. But then when we see celebrities on the YouTube in the films, that one reel, one
Hmm.
film, one Instagram post, we have this illusion of having a perfect life.
Yeah,
In general, I'm talking,
yes.
we think that they have a perfect life because they have money, fame, fandom, everything. Okay, so they are living their best life, they're leading their best life. This is what we think. Okay,
Hmm.
but we actually don't know what is going on because
We
what
don't.
we are seeing is the surface.
Yeah. And if you listen to their podcast or their interviews, they always say this loudly or to everyone that they are playing a character. That's not who
Yeah.
Shahrukh Khan is, like always going or doing the things he does on the screen. He's playing a character. And he mentions that, like again, I'm giving my example. I'm a huge fan of him. I
Okay.
like his
Same
personality,
here.
but the thing is that he mentions that he's very introvert. He's not like we know him on the screen. So we have to respect that. We should not be crazily doing whatever they are doing.
And even if we chase them, like if we think Shah Rukh Khan is the same,
Mm.
the same person, the romantic hero he is on
Yeah,
screen, he might not be the same person all the time in the real life. Real life and real
exactly.
life is very different. He doesn't walk
True.
like this all the time, okay?
Yeah.
I cannot because the window is here, so I cannot do this.
Yes.
But he doesn't walk like that. He doesn't live like that, okay? And he
Yes.
is not, life is not all about, rose petals, I would say. Bed
Yeah.
of roses. Though they can have a very luxury life, but
Mm.
their life is not also, bed of roses. Like they are, getting up on a road. People do think, yaar, wo to, I'm just saying this in Hindi
Like
because
Om
people,
Shanti
yaar,
Om.
wo to,
Remember that scene in
exactly.
Om Shanti Om?
Actually, that is what no people think that
Yeah.
way. वो तो उठता होगा तो नौकर पैर के नीचे चप्पल रखते होंगे. I was like, what? No, no, no. Nothing like this ever happens. And even if it happens, they have earned that, with their hard work, with their
exactly.
honesty, with their manifestation, I would say, and a lot of things. Because Shah Rukh Khan does believe in manifestation, and
I don't know.
he has talked about it, that I
Okay.
used to think about it. I used to think about it.
Hmm.
Okay. And does Hrithik Roshan? Okay, so I have heard these things from them. So what I feel, that there are certain things you can always take up from these actors, okay,
Yeah.
which are their fitness goals,
Mm.
how they are so fit, because they have a very tight schedule. Okay,
Yeah.
it is not something like that, they are leading a normal life. Their sleep
Mm.
cycle sucks. Okay, that is what I've heard in interviews. Though they have a lot of money, and they, it can be taken care of, but it is their hard work which is paying off, right? So
Exactly.
what things,
Exactly.
there are certain things we need to learn from them. And instead of just saying that they are big people, they can do whatever they want. Okay, and just, like, if you talk about this film called Kabir Singh, if you remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so there were
Mm.
many, I will just tell you this thing. When Kabir Singh released, okay, there were few boys, who were my students back then, and
Mm.
they were just turning 11, they were just coming to 11th standard, 12th standard.
Yeah.
And I remember they started behaving like him.
Yeah.
Okay, because they thought it is so cool, and it was
Yes.
so
Yes.
toxic. I mean, that character was so toxic. Even Shahid Kapoor indirectly said it, that it's just a character I'm playing. I'm not that person.
Hmm. So,
Okay,
like,
so
that's the thing
people,
about
yeah,
culture of the internet. That's the thing about the culture of the internet. What, I don't know whether you know this or not, but a lot of teenagers are influenced by all these memes, which we see Sigma memes. They think
yes.
that that's the reality. That's how people live their life. But once they realize, it's too late. It's too late. But again, coming back to the characters and movie stars, we have to understand that they are playing characters. It's not who they truly are on this screen, off this screen, completely different.
Yeah, here's the catch, right? When you put someone on such a high pedestal, you stop seeing them normally, clearly.
Yeah.
You
Mm.
just think we want to do what they are doing. No, you cannot, and we cannot. We have our different lives. We just need to make our lives better. We can learn from them.
Mm.
Like aping them would never give you, any sort of joy. You know, the joy, the joy I'm talking about is, like, if you think you're following a celebrity for all your life, okay,
Yes.
and you're doing all the things like him, and then you end up not being able to, not being able to be noticed by that celebrity someday.
Yeah.
Like, have you watched that film Fan,
Yeah.
Shah Rukh Khan's film,
Couple of
and you
times,
realize what happened with that person? The name was Gaurav, right?
I guess. Yes.
I'm
Gaurav.
not being able to recall. Like, you live, you treat them like gods. Actually, you go and you put their pictures on your walls. It is fine, I would say. It is fine until and unless you are not doing something blindly. Okay?
Yes.
You should be clear with your intentions. Why are you doing
Hmm.
it? What are you doing?
Yeah. I
Okay?
think that's why finding your own identity is important. what
Very
happens
important.
in what happens in our country is that nowadays we have podcasts where people, a lot of doctors, engineers, or different background of people are coming and talking about their journey. Earlier what we had, just film stars, musicians. That's why people made their personality all around themselves. But I think our culture is changing, and hopefully people will realize that this is not how you make your identity. You have to understand yourself, and that's the most difficult part. When you start trying to find yourself, like, you have no idea what you are doing, and that's the part you have to figure it out.
When you're talking this, and one more thing, when these people whom you are obsessed with, so there is a difference between admiring and obsession. Like, I'm admiring you
Yeah.
because you have been, a good friend to me. But being
Yeah.
obsessed with someone, and when they, like, when they fall, or and when they are disappointed,
Hmm.
you don't know what to do. You can't handle that thing,
Exactly.
because your identity is revolving around them.
Yes.
They're happy, you are happy. They are sad,
Yes.
you are sad. Now, what
Hmm.
if they're, what, for example, Virat Kohli, whatever happened recently in Bangalore, we all know.
Yes.
I do not want to talk it about, I don't want to talk about it again and again. Though I have seen it. People blaming him, either brutally blaming him, or they are blindly defending him.
Defending. Correct.
We
Hmm.
all know what is the truth and what happened. Okay,
Hmm.
of course, Kohli was not solely responsible for that, and he was not even
Yes.
responsible for that, I
Responsible
would
for
say.
that. Yeah, he's just a
Yeah,
player.
actually. People might end up hating me right now, but that is what the truth is. He was
Exactly,
not even
exactly.
responsible for that.
Yes. Rupal, I'd like to add one more point here. It is completely different from what we are discussing, but somehow related. I like movies and stories based on obsession, but not obsession about people. Like, I am your
Yeah.
fan, I'm crazy, I'll follow you, I'll do whatever you are doing. No. Obsession about becoming the best version, not
Yes. Of
Bihari
yourself.
accent. Best best
It's
version
okay.
of
It's okay.
best version of whatever you are doing. Have you heard of this movie called Whiplash?
No.
Whiplash?
Which one?
Whiplash. Whiplash.
No.
Whiplash. If you haven't, go and watch it like if you have time today. So I'll tell you guys, this guy who is crazy about becoming the best drummer of all time. He's not running
Okay.
after people. He's just making himself the best drummer. And in that
Okay.
process, he doesn't go mad, but he loses his friends, somehow family, not family, but he's so obsessed that he like it is his whole identity. But I think it is better than following a celebrity. Find your thing and go crazy about that. That's what I think.
Yeah, true. And I get it. Like you all seek connections and we crave connections, I would say. And
Yeah.
also attention and inspiration and the energy that comes, that
Yeah.
come from the celebrities.
Hmm.
But then screaming in the concerts, just lying to your families,
Yeah.
getting money while lying to your families, skipping school. Okay. What do we call it? Bunking school. Yes,
Yeah.
bunking
Bunking.
school or skipping school just to watch a movie and go to a concert just because you want to put an Instagram story. But I was there. Okay, I was there in this celebrity's concert, or
Hmm.
I have seen that picture. I watched that picture. Okay, just for the internet. So I would
Hmm.
say this culture was always there, but this has taken an ugly turn because everybody is so obsessed with showing off these days, flexing
Yeah.
this.
Hmm.
Okay.
True. I
No
totally.
matter where you go,
Yeah. Everywhere.
even we sometimes. I am
I
not somebody, great. Even we do sometimes.
I have done it so many times. I don't know whether I have told you this story or not, but when I was in class 11, I went to Patna just to watch a movie, and nobody knows this. Not even my mother, my father. I only told my friend, and I asked him, Aryan, please send a voice note to my father that I am with you. We are having party at your house, not in Patna. And I went alone. And I won't say it was for clout or maybe uploading a status, but I get it, but what we were talking earlier. Like sometimes we get too crazy about certain things that we forget that where we are putting ourselves in a dangerous situation. I didn't inform anyone, and Patna is about like 120 kilometers from my place. So that was a risk. And that was my first time also traveling. So crazy how internet can influence you, how some people can influence you.
Now everyone will know this.
I think my mother doesn't understand English, so
Okay. I would
with
say
everyone I am with
we are the
everyone I am
last
fine.
generation. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
With everyone I'm fine. But if my mom finds out, she will get angry, and that's a problem. Still a problem.
I so feel that we are the last generation whose mothers are very innocent. They're still very innocent.
Yes,
They don't
yes,
understand things.
yeah.
Okay. And this one thing that happened that I have understood that Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bangalore, that there was the story of one boy who went to school to get his admit card or something like that. He ended up in Chinnaswamy Stadium. Then his father also talked about it. Like we never knew that he was there. Okay,
Okay.
he just told us that he is going to the
Mm,
school with his friends, and then
mm,
he ended up in that stampede.
yeah,
Okay, and we for the and we know what happened. So all the souls who have lost their life in the stampede as well as the plane crash, we are praying for them. May
yeah.
their souls rest in peace always.
Yeah, I think lately we have seen a lot of things happening in our country or
A lot.
around the world. And just so sad. And we are just so helpless. All we can do is pray for them and and pray that nothing happens with somebody whom we love or with us.
With anybody, because every time though I have I'll tell you, my Instagram screen time has gone so down. Like I
Mm,
barely use Instagram, like for
yeah.
half an hour, 1 hour in a day. That is
Mm,
my maximum, I would say, because I don't feel like every time I open it I see something so horrifying, or so brutal. Somebody is killing someone, and then
Yeah.
everybody is talking about women, then man, and then helicopter in Kedarnath, and airplane crash, and that Bangalore stampede and everything. I'm like, okay, everything is so sad right now.
Yeah, and I guess
You
you
know,
need to take a break from that. Just reset your algorithm, like some English content, and you will return to basic things. But yeah, it is true. We need to educate ourselves, but not too much.
Mhm.
Education in the manner that we don't have to know everything, what is happening, because it also takes a toll on your head. You don't want to go outside, you don't want to travel. So maybe we need to stay away from social media, at least for some time.
Yes, and I remember I was talking to somebody a few
Yeah.
days ago, and they were telling me, being woke is okay, but being extremely woke is being stupid. And
Yeah.
I can resonate, and I can actually resonate. Being woke is okay. Be woke. Do whatever things you want to, if they're
Hmm.
right. But you
Yeah.
are being woke for certain things that doesn't make sense.
I
Okay.
mean,
So,
that's the problem, isn't it? Like on the internet, you will always find two kind of people, a supporter
yeah.
and one who is against. So sometimes you get confused whom to support or whom to go against with. So better to stay away from it. Like we can figure it out our own answers and be normal, I would say. Be normal, guys. You don't have to just follow any popular trend or go with popularity.
And even if you want to talk about something, be rational, use your own brain, and
True.
then talk.
Yeah,
Okay. And it is not necessary for you to comment on every post, every
post.
story, every reel. You're not lacking behind in life, you don't do so.
Yeah,
I think we are not being, the generation, or maybe anyone is not being able to understand this thing. They think it will not, comment, or will not, drop a comment, or will not talk about it. We would be, tagged as stupid or lame or dumb. No, it is not like
yeah.
this at all.
Nobody cares.
And I
We
think a
think
lot
that
of people think like this.
I think Rupal, we people believe that every individual believes that he or she thinks about me, but nobody is giving a lot of thought about you. It is just you. It is just you.
So I remember there's this, spotlight syndrome or spotlight phenomena. There is some theory like this.
Yeah,
The thing you
there is.
said it. That four
Hmm.
people are thinking about me. I'm not being able to recall the name, but
Yeah.
it is, I guess, spotlight, theory or
Hmm.
spotlight phenomena. That you
And I
think that
think,
four people are thinking about you, but
yeah,
nobody is thinking about you actually.
exactly. And I don't know this is the word you were looking for or not, but I have also come across. Is it main character thing?
No, that
Like
is different.
different. That
I
is
also
different.
have main character vibe.
Okay. Actually,
I
you
am
are
the
the
main
main
character of
character.
my story.
Yeah, you seem like a main character.
Thank you. Also, I'll add this one more thing. If we are supporting our, our favorite personalities, I would
Yeah.
just add one more thing. Why don't we cheer for our own friends? Like I have a YouTube channel, you have a
Hmm.
YouTube channel, and you will
Yeah.
realize that I will tell you, my own
Hmm.
friends, even if I send them and tell them to subscribe and just check out my channel, they will
Yeah.
never
No,
do.
but yeah, they're not interested. They're not interested.
Actually, because you are not supporting your local people.
Hmm.
If, for example, your sister have written a poetry, you will
Hmm.
never talk about it.
Yeah.
Your father has got your gift, you will
Hmm.
never talk about it.
Yes.
But your favorite singer, actor has just liked your post, and you're putting the story everywhere. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hmm.
So we end up losing the connection we have with our own real people.
Yeah. True.
Okay, happens, because ultimately they are the people whom we will end up with. They are the
Yeah.
people who care about us.
Exactly.
So we need
Exactly.
to give them more attention than we are giving to the outer world.
And I think that it's difficult sometimes, as you mentioned, that we are always looking for clout. And that's why instead of putting our people in front, we put all these celebrities in front because we want, because of them, people to know that yes, somebody has liked me or my post.
Yeah, true.
All right, Rupal, I think we have just
Wonderful,
3 minutes
wonderful.
left before this meeting ends automatically. I think we lost the track of time.
Yeah, this always happens. Time just flew like this. Yeah,
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. So shall we wrap it up?
Okay, Roshan. Thank you so much for joining in. I thought
Thank
I'll
you.
not be able to do my third session as well.